Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, Tropical Storm Alvin forms in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of western Mexico. A weather system swirling off the coast of western Mexico has developed into the first tropical storm of the eastern North Pacific hurricane season, forecasters said Thursday. Tropical Storm Alvin was located about 670 miles or 1,080 kilometers southeast of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula of Mexico, the Miami-based National Hurricane Center said. Maximum sustained winds were clocked at 40 miles per hour or 65 kilometers per hour. It was moving northwest at 10 miles per hour or 17 kilometers per hour. There were no coastal watches or warnings in effect Thursday morning, the Hurricane Center said. Alvin was expected to strengthen late Thursday, then weaken late Friday. The eastern North Pacific hurricane season runs May 15 to November 30. The Atlantic hurricane season begins Sunday and also stretches through the end of November, and the forecasters are expecting yet another unusually busy Atlantic season. But they don't think it will be as chaotic as 2024, the third costliest season on record, as it spawned killer storms Beryl, Helen, and Milton. Jamaica prepared for hurricane season. With the Atlantic hurricane season due to start in 3 days, Minister of Local Government and Community Development Desmond McKenzie has indicated that the island is in a state of readiness. He gave the assurance while making his 2025-2026 sectoral debate presentation in the House of Representatives on Wednesday, May 28. The shelters have been visited and assessed by the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management Team, along with the Ministries of Labor and Social Security and Health and Wellness. All shelters in Jamaica, based on the reports, are in a state of readiness in case there is a need to use our shelters, he told the House. He informed that several recommendations that came out of an evaluation undertaken by the Disaster Risk Management Review Committee on the state of Jamaica's disaster infrastructure are now being implemented. The committee, headed by former Commissioner of Police and the current ambassador to the United States, Major General Anthony Anderson, was named by Prime Minister Andrew Holness last September. The recommendations being implemented from the committee's report are intended to strengthen Jamaica's response to disasters, which is led by ODPEM. Minister McKenzie said it is important that our emergency service response capabilities are at a level so that when it becomes necessary, we can respond. He assured that the government continues to strengthen the operations of ODPEM and informed that this year the agency will be introducing Starlink satellite internet service as one of its communication tools. Meanwhile, the minister called for national unity in preparing the country for what he said is expected to be one of the most active hurricane seasons in Jamaica's history. I urge the country to listen to the various bulletins. Members of Parliament and the councillors engage their constituents, especially those who are in areas that are prone to flooding, he encouraged. McKenzie reiterated that the government is doing its part, having allocated the necessary funds for drain cleaning and other mitigation activities. I am saying that we are prepared as a country, but we need everybody to join us in that crusade, he said. 51-year-old alleged burglar breaks leg attempting to escape cops. Christopher Johnson, 51, of no fixed address, is charged with burglary after a failed attempt along Terracotta Way, St. Andrew, that left him with a broken leg and injury to his shoulder. Reports from the Constant Spring Police are that about 11:50 p.m. on Sunday, Johnson reportedly forced open the door to an apartment and entered. An occupant of the house made an alert and the police were summoned. Johnson subsequently locked himself inside one of the bedrooms, then jumped from an open window. Johnson, who sustained a broken leg and injuries to the shoulder, was accosted by the police and taken to the hospital for treatment. He was later charged. Indicom investigator found the stains resembling blood in Constable Noel Maitland's apartment. The chief forensic examiner from the Independent Commission of Investigations testified that he found several stains resembling blood inside Constable Noel Maitland's apartment. The witness, who visited the Chelsea Avenue St. Andrew apartment on July 28, 2022, said he discovered the stains on a pair of drapes as well as markings on the wall to the left of the living room. I also observed additional stains on a cream-colored cushion covered on top of a barrel, he said. Constable Maitland is currently on trial in the Home Circuit Court in connection with the murder of his girlfriend, Donna Lee Donaldson. He is also charged with preventing the lawful burial of a corpse. Donaldson, 24, a popular social media influencer, swimwear entrepreneur, and a customer service representative, was reported missing on July 13, 2022. Her mother, Sophia Logg, previously testified that Maitland had picked Donaldson up from her home on July 11. Logg stated that she last spoke to her daughter on the morning of July 12, but was unable to reach her afterwards. Continuing his testimony, the forensic examiner said he photographed the stains. He said the cushion cover was collected and placed in an envelope, while the drapes were wrapped in a brown paper and sealed. Both packages were labeled. According to the witness, after concluding his examination, he went to the Halfway Tree police station, where he also examined a pickup truck and took pictures. There were no stains resembling blood found on the truck, he testified. Woman fined $900,000 for issuing threats after Othniel Thickman Loban's death. Dana Warren, the Clarendon woman who issued threats to the police in a video posted on social media following the killing of reputed Don Othniel Thickman Loban, was ordered to pay a $900,000 fine or serve 4 months imprisonment when she appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Thursday. Warren, 23, who had pleaded guilty on April 24 to malicious communication, was sentenced by Parish Court Judge Janita Smichael, who told her that she was not beyond redemption. Smichael said that the accused is a first-time offender and that a custodial sentence would not be entered. She said her decision was guided by Section 3(1) of the Criminal Justice Administration Act. I am going to fine you, as this will give you time to reflect on your behavior, Smichael said. Attorney-at-law Rodine Richardson had made a lengthy submission on Warren's behalf, citing that she was under the influence of alcohol when the utterances were made. The lawyer said his client had pleaded guilty, has no previous conviction, and that a non-custodial sentence would be sufficient, and that she has been in custody for months. On January 23, Warren used a social media post to issue a threat against the police following Loban's death in an alleged confrontation with the cops. An investigation led police to Maypen, Clarendon, where Warren was arrested. She was subsequently charged following a question and answer session. She made several court appearances, during which the court ordered a psychiatric evaluation. Friends turn to foes. Man gunned down in lane dispute with a neighbor. The Farquharson family has been buried under grief for weeks. Weeks ago, a son died tragically. Days later, they lost an aunt. And on the day they were digging the grave for the son, a cousin also suddenly passed away. Now they have suffered another unbearable loss, the family patriarch. "Him not even live to see him grandbaby born," said Otafia Farquharson, standing at the front of the family yard on Tavern Avenue in Papine, St. Andrew. It's a yard that her father, Norris Farquharson, had worked tirelessly to build block by block. "My father worked day and night, me can tell you, him no rest. I'll make sure we not have to stretch your hand out to nobody." On Tuesday morning, the 57-year-old entrepreneur and a construction worker was shot dead by a licensed firearm holder after a dispute in the lane. When the news visited, the lane was unusually empty. The smell of cement still hung faintly where Farquharson had last worked, his name still painted on the gate. But the house behind it had fallen silent, his daughter's muffled sobs tucked away inside. Otafia said that her father and the other man who were taken into custody were not strangers. "Them a did friend," she said. "Is my father help him with a lot of things. Him is the same man who built the vault for lock away the gun because my father well too." Security footage shows Farquharson standing in the lane, pointing out to the other man that they were not on private premises. "Link me no, link me. Link me and draw gun pa me no," he is heard saying. Suddenly, the other man steps back, reaches for his waistband, and pulls a firearm. 2 shots rang out, striking Farquharson fatally in the head. The other man could be heard saying, "A knife you drop on me, boy?" Farquharson was transported to the University Hospital of the West Indies, where he was pronounced dead. Inside the home, grief spilled over. "Me can't even find the words to explain," another daughter sobbed. Otafia, holding up her father's locked work tablet, shook her head. "Them a say my father did have knife, but the tablet him did have. Where the self-defense?" she questioned. Beyond the heartbreak, practical worries loom. Business records and the payments are locked inside the device, and no one knows how to retrieve them. "My father is a no-nonsense person. All when him cuss him work at him today, him a call them back tomorrow." But amid the chaos, one memory glows softly for Otafia, a birthday celebrated just the days before. "My last memory was his birthday, May 16, she recalled. "Me ask him when want we do for him birthday, and him say everybody must take them money and buy themselves something." She smiled faintly through the tears. "We never listen to him. We end up buy some fish and chicken and jerk, and we celebrate his birthday. And at the last memory, but at the last memory me want to remember," she said. From a nearby gate, one neighbor quietly shared her shock at the deadly turn of events. "We always know say them have them little arguments, but me never think it would have reached this," the woman said. "Norris was a man who helped plenty people in the lane. Him work hard and him look out for him family." Senior Superintendent Mark Harris, head of the St. Andrews Central Police Division, confirmed that investigations are ongoing. As the residents wait for the legal process to unfold, the Farquharson family is left in the raw space of their grief. "My father worked too hard, helped too much people for dead so," Otafia said firmly. "Justice have to serve. I want justice for my father." Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.